When you open the file, you will see column for question number, question mode, question text, option A to D, correct answer, question mark, and explanation. So the yellow portion of the template, you are not meant to touch it. So the first one, we have a pre-filled template and questions here. So you enter a question number, which is number 1. You are not supposed to write 1 and full stop. No, you just write number 1 period. Then go to the next column. The question mode is objective. Make sure you follow the correct spelling, capital letter, the way we have it here. So then you type your question. Once you type your question, you go to the next column, put option A, option B, next one, option C, D, then put the correct answer. If the correct answer is option A, you enter A here. If the correct answer is B, you enter B. So not that you enter the answer, you just enter the corresponding option value. If it is D, you enter D. So then question mark, what mark are you allocating for the student that got this right? 1. If it is 1, you enter 1. If it is 2, you enter 2. If it is 5, you enter 5. So and so on and so forth. If you want to add explanation, it is optional. You can add it. If you don't want to add, you can just leave it blank. That's fine. So you go to number 2 again. You indicate the question mode. If the question is multiple choice question, objective, you put the question, the same thing, enter the option, and so on and so forth. You enter the correct answer, allocate the question mark. If you did not put any question mark, automatically the software will use 1 as the default question mark. So, and it's not compulsory you add explanation so to your this thing. So after that, if it is true or false, you see the way we've written it, true underscore false, true underscore false. So let me bring this to the middle so we can see it, better. You can see true underscore false. So you have to make sure that the question mode follows the formatting we have used here. You enter a question, in as much it is true or false, you don't need any option. You leave the option blank. You just put the correct answer as true. You can see we use capital letter, so you should not use small letter. Indicates true. So and question mark 2 is there. Then if it is filling the gap, you can see the method and the format at which you have written the name filling the gap. So you make sure you have filling the gap in that same format as well. So fill underscore in underscore the underscore gap. So that is very straight. That's very forward to use. Then you enter your question and so on and so forth. If it is true or false, we've explained and so on. So if it is 20 questions, you make sure that from number 1 to 20 you did not have any missing row or anything. It has to be 20. And after that, you must put serial number. You must put this question number there. It's not that you will type questions, you will not put the serial number, you now leave it like this, and it is very, very wrong. So you make sure that the question number you are entering is intact. So if you are setting just 20 questions, you must not have 21 here and leave it blank. No, so you have to delete that. So you make sure that all the rows that you have questions must be filled. So in a nutshell, in summary, make sure you take note of the question mode, the spelling, objective, we use capital letter. If it is true or false, you write it in this format. If it is filling the gap, you write it in this format. So, and your question goes to this column. Your option A comes here, B, C, D, correct answer. You are not to type the correct answer, you just come here and put the, if it is objective, you just put, if it option A is the answer, just write A, capital letter A. If it is B, do that. So but if it is filling the gap, now you know filling the gap, the student will have to type in their own answer. Then in that correct answer, this thing, you have to now type the answer you want the student to enter. So any student that enters such kind of answer, the software is going to mark it. Either the student use capital letter or small letter, but make sure that in this correct answer, if it is filling the gap, the correct word that you want the student to enter is what you will enter here, because it is not objective. So and so on and so forth. And I said this explanation, it is not necessary you enter them as. The reason why you have this explanation is because if you want your students to see the exam script and explain each answer they have picked. So that's how to use it. Once you are through, you save it and you send it to your ICT personnel for them to inject into the software. Thank you.